Hi, and welcome to Creating Classroom Content. I am teacher LaShondra Williams, and I am a Outschool TOC teacher, Outschool teacher of color. And in this presentation, I will show you a few suggestions for creating classroom content for your classroom. Now, you may be familiar with all these programs and tools, but I'll just go over a few just as a resource that you can have for your review. So let's jump right in. A little about me. I live in Florida. I have two kids and a husband, and I have several businesses, as well as I am a social worker for the state of Florida. I enjoy teaching on the Outschool platform, and I enjoy teaching because I enjoy showing and teaching knowledge to others. So let's jump into creating classroom content. Now, there are a vast amount of online tools available for you to teach in your classroom. There are many apps and websites that support teachers in offering an engaging learning experience. Now, in today's virtual world, in the world we're living in today, I know many student teachers like to use the board, but with this digital learning platform, I enjoy using all types of online tools to enhance my teaching style. So this is a selection of popular tools. They're also available on the Outschool website as well, but this is just popular Outschool, popular online tools that you could use as an Outschool teacher. Now, every tool has its trade-off. While these tools offer unique features, it may prove a challenge if learners need to independently access and use them. So you may have to show them how to use these online tools as well if you decide to engage them in your classroom content. So we have tools for quiz or review. Some of you all may be familiar with Kahoot, and we'll show you at a later time how that works later in the week. We also have Quizlet and so many other different quiz or review tools that is available. If you like these links, just reach out to us and we'll send them to you for you can keep as your own resource. Now, there are a few interactive presentations. We all know about PowerPoint as well as Google Slides and Nearpod.com. Additional online tools that you can use, there is an interactive bulletin board, Padlet.com. Also, making videos interactive is edpuzzle.com. You can use a scavenger hunt with goosechase.com, as well as a panoramic view of places on Earth with roundme.com. So these are just a few online tools for your classroom content, and I hope that you just check them out and maybe incorporate them into your teaching style. Now, for the sake of time, I won't go into all the online tools that's available to you, but we'll just point out a few that is used very frequently among our school teachers. So one that we are familiar with, and that is the Canva application. So Canva is a online application that allows you to design anything and publish anywhere. I love Canva. It's free to use. It's a tool that allows you to design anything. It's user friendly with a drag and drop tool, and they have over 400 million designs and templates. It's a great resource for our school teachers. If you're not using it, go right now. Well, after this video, go and download it. You can download it on your phone as well as use it on the computer. You don't have to download the software. It's available on all your devices and it will sync on all account devices. You can even share your information by adding in someone's email. If collaborating with another teacher, you can share and you both can edit that design or publishing. I love it. So let's look at an example of what you can do in Canva. So let's jump right in. I'll just make a quick worksheet just to show you how awesome Canva is. So let's just jump right into that. So you know that you have to visit canva.com and sign up by creating an account, which is free. And so we'll go, and if you haven't done that, I'll give you a few seconds to go ahead and get that completed, and we'll jump right back in and creating our worksheet for your classroom for your students. So let's get started with Canva. I love, love, love Canva. It is a great tool and program for all teachers to use for the classroom, creating content, also creating designs for your students. I love Canva. So to get started, you would first have to sign up, and you would click the sign up link here. Since I already have a Canva, I'll just go ahead and sign in. However, you can sign up with Google or sign up with a Facebook account as well as your email. So let's go ahead and get started with me logging into my account. So I know many of you are already familiar with Canva, but if you're not, it is a wonderful tool to have. Like I mentioned before, there is so many things that you can create and publish on so many different platforms. And the great thing about Canva is that, you know, you have to resize. If you want to do a Facebook cover, you have to resize if you're doing Instagram. But the great thing about Canva is that it already has the dimensions in there for you. So I won't go into everything with Canva, but I would like to show you the templates that's available here. Uh, in the menu, they have social media, personal, business, marketing, education, and trending. And for a teacher, here is what I use frequently to create content for my classroom. They also have this wonderful tool header up here with Discover that they allow you to discover many things on the platform as well. Now, a great thing about Canva, they offer free tutorials and courses that you can use to get familiar with the website or the program. So let's go here. I'll just do a quick worksheet to use as an example how great Canva is. And here they have so many different worksheets that you can use as a layout and just edit for your own content. So let's see here. I like this one. So what do? You'll use this template. So let's get started with making this worksheet our own. So here we had a fun with dinos add and subtract worksheet. It looks nice, but let's see about changing some different pictures and changing some fonts. So let's get rid of this green color. Perhaps we're going to make that purple. And so we will go to the color here and just select the color that you're interested. And I'm not going to use the dinos. Let's go with fun with candies. And we're going to remove these little dinos here by select and delete. And I'm going to change this font as well to a purple. And we just will highlight this information here. I want to make this a little bigger. So I will go to the size and make it bold. Maybe let's make it a different font. And I want to make this also a different font. What did I use? And we're going to make it a little bigger. Now you can change this information to whatever fits your content as well. And perhaps you can also change the layout of it. I'm going to leave it to the left indentation. And I'm going to move this up a little. Let's make it a little bigger. So since I'm going with candy, and I won't get into um, Canva, a basic overview of it all. That's something that you could look into of going into finding the templates. It's very simple, easy tool. It's self-explanatory. Here on the left side, you have your menu with the templates where you can upload images. Here you can have photos that are all free. Now, if you see the little crown with Pro, that just lets you know that this picture you have to purchase. And maybe they're like $1 or so, but you do have to purchase. But there's so many free. But if you do want to purchase, you do have to pay, entering your credit card there. And so you could do that in the settings. They also have different shapes and elements that's available and frames, overwhelming amount of different fonts and text. And here I have the premium account, so I can use all these different fonts with my premium account. They have different backgrounds as well. If you wanted to change the background of your worksheet or whatever item that you were working on. So getting back to the worksheet, I changed mine to candies. So I'm going to go to elements and let's look for some candy. So I'm going to insert this candy here and delete that. And I'm just going to move it here and resize. And see, these are, if I move, all three move. And that means they're grouped together. So what you can do, you can go up to ungroup and ungroup the picture or the element and insert your own. So I'm going to delete the entire and just create my own. So I'm just going to drag it by the corner and make it a little smaller. Turn. Now I'm going to insert these two and drag to make smaller. And turn these two this way. And now I'm going to change the color of the plus sign to purple. Change my equal sign to purple. And you can also enter here a line. So let's look for a line that the student can insert their answer. So we'll just use this line, drag it here, and we're going to change that color as well to a purple line. So this just gives you a overview of how to create a worksheet in Canva. I want to make that bigger, and we're going to change this to candy. Now there's different options, and for the sake of time, I won't edit the remaining of them, but you can drag over these items and I can delete. And you can share with a coworker or a additional teacher. You can collaborate by just entering their email, and they can also work on this worksheet as well. So that's a great tool. You can rename the worksheet here to a different name. You can also print the worksheet as well as there's different options of downloading it. So they have the PDF. They also have where you can download it as a video if you add different GIFs to it. You can download it as a high quality image. Now, if you do the PDF, which I usually do, you can make it where it's typable when you download it and you enter the box here. If you're using a digital platform, the student will be able to enter their information in the typable text box if you're downloaded to a PDF and edit. You can also insert that information here as well and download that into one of your Google Classroom or whatever you're using to make that information enterable by the student. So I hope that this little fun little worksheet help you out in some type of way. I know that it was short and brief, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how you can create your own worksheet in Canva. So I hope you all enjoyed creating content with Canva. Let's look at slides presentations. Now we have PowerPoint, which we all know have been around for many, many years. Um, Teachers still use it. I don't use it as much. And we have the Google Slides, which I personally love to use throughout all my teaching. I use Google Slides. Now, these programs you can create and show slides to support your presentation with classroom content. You can combine text and graphics and multimedia content to create a nice professional presentation during your classroom to your students. So, let's jump in and look at an example in PowerPoint of you creating a worksheet. Okay, so let's jump into creating the PowerPoint worksheet. Now, let's get started. So first, I always like to start with a blank presentation, but there are so many different templates that you can use in PowerPoint to create your worksheet. And with that, I always start with a blank one. Now, everyone should be familiar with PowerPoint presentation and the different headers here, as well as creating new slides. So I won't get into the basics of PowerPoint, just getting into creating a worksheet for your classroom as we are focused on classroom content. So I first like to go ahead and delete the title and subtitle and just start fresh. And so what I'm going to do here is insert an online picture. So let's look for maybe a some type of board, chalkboard. Oh, there's a nice one. I'm going to insert that into the slide. So let's reshape that. I want to make this a little bigger here by dragging out the sides of it. Perfect. Let's get rid of that. And now I want to send it to the back. Nice. So next, let's insert a text. We're going to drag our text box nice size onto the whiteboard, chalkboard, and I'm going to add in my worksheet header. And you would be creating your worksheet for whatever your class subject or assignment may be. So in this worksheet, we are asking students to fill in the blanks with who, whose, or whom. Come on, Mouse, cooperate with me. We got some teachers of color that's excited to learn about creating worksheets. So we're just going to make it bold, and you see PowerPoint has several different fonts available for you to choose. That's a good one. I'm going to make it a little larger. Perfect. Let's go with 32. So now I want to go ahead and I'm going to insert another text box. And here I will create the questions. Now draw this little line that will be for the answer. And now I'm going to type the sentence. And let's just do about maybe 3 or 4 questions. How many of you know the answers? Go ahead and send me these answers in the Facebook group. I want to know who knows these answers. Ooh, I can't spell. Okay, there it is. And now I want to add a little space. Copy. Come on, copy. There it is. Between the questions. So we're going to go up and add some space between the questions. And next, we're going to insert another text box so the students can enter their answer here. And I'm just going to copy the text box. Oh, would you go away, pop-up? I'm trying to create a worksheet here. And I'm just going to copy and paste another text box. And these text box will be if you were using this worksheet on a digital platform, so they would be able to insert their answers in the text box on any type of digital website. So now I want to insert a picture. So let's go to online pictures. Let's look for let's type in teacher. We're going to look for a nice teacher. Do you see one? And here we're going to insert this picture. And let's add another picture. I seen one before when I typed in teacher, so I'm just going to use that one. Oh, let's just go with this one. And now I'm going to insert, since the question is asked about a cell phone, let's insert a nice cell phone picture. And we're going to resize by dragging it down to size. I'm going to move it over here a little. And now I want to make this a little bigger and kind of copy here. Change the font and make it a little bigger. And again, you could play around with it with your worksheets based off the content that you're entering in. You can create match. You can create puzzles. So it's so many things you can create in PowerPoint as well when creating your worksheets. You can also use the templates. So I'm just dragging everything down. I want to insert um, another text box and put the name. I'm gonna put, now you can put what you want at the top. You can put your subject, the lesson, the week, whatever you desire that fits the worksheet content. So I'm just putting an example here. Also going to put the name so the child can insert their name. If you're using on a digital platform as well as printing out a worksheet, the student can print out the worksheet. Now, why is this not highlighting for me to change it to the name? Isn't that odd? What is going on? Highlight, highlight, highlight. Okay, it's not highlighting it so I can change the word. So highlight, please. That's so strange. I'm just going to delete it and insert just a whole new text box. That's so odd. I don't know why that wouldn't allow me to change the text. So moving on, we're just going to go ahead and just type name. So now at the bottom, I'm just going to insert my name of the worksheet. I'm going to give it a nice font. I'm going to remove this off of the picture. Maybe resize that. And I could remove this photo information, but I'm going to resize this to make it a little bigger. And resize the name as well. I drag the line out, and that's looking pretty good. What do you all think? It's a short worksheet, great example. I hope you all enjoyed it, and feel free to ask any questions about creating worksheets in PowerPoint. Okay, so now that we've created a worksheet in PowerPoint, let's jump into creating a Google slide with some fun interactive Bitmojis and items. Now I know we all heard of Bitmoji, and it's now a trending social media app that everyone likes to create their little cartoon versions of themselves, and it's a great tool to use in your classroom and on all social media accounts. So with this, um, a lot of our school teachers and teachers across different platforms like to incorporate this in their learning style, and the students love it. So let's jump into making a um, Bitmoji with the Google Slide and also making it as a bonus interactive. So let's get started with Google Slides. And when I say I use Google Slides for all of my classroom content, I love it. I love to use Google Classroom. I enjoy using Google Slides. I know that many teachers they use the board to hold up and write on and draw on, but I prefer in this digital world to use digital content in all of my classrooms. Even when I'm doing my baking classroom, I love to use digital, a PowerPoint or a Google slide to show what the recipes are, to show the next steps, because many times I am doing the baking, doing the steps, and so if a student gets behind, they're able to look at the PowerPoint to or the Google slide to see what's the next step, so I can continue to move forward in class. So let's get started with creating um, content in Google Slides. Now, in this presentation, I will show you how to make your Google Slide interactive. And I also throw in a bonus of how to make your Bitmoji interactive and creating a Bitmoji in your Google Slide. So I'm so excited. I really enjoy creating these Google Slides with the interactive Bitmojis. So here it is, my classroom here. And I have on here my email address, a link that goes to a survey, that a course evaluation survey that students can fill out, as well as when they click on this picture, it goes to an assignment. And it says I already responded, but with that, it will open up the assignment for the science room. And here it will take the student to our Google Classroom. So I like to have, and students in my classroom, I already informed them of all the content so they know what is clickable, where it's at, and also in each lesson they know which content to click on in the slide. So creating this, let's just go ahead and, go into inserting a Bitmoji into your Google slide. So what we'll get started with is adding a background. And you just go to background at the top and go ahead and choose image. And there's so many different options you can insert images, but we'll go to Google image search. And we're going to go to background. I'm into let's empty room background. So here's a room. Let's use this one. I kind of like that one too. So let's go with that. It has a nice flower on it. So now that we have our background, let's go ahead and insert maybe some items for our room. So we'll go to upload from insert, and search the web, and let's see if I can move this down here. And let's look for, and make sure that you put or type in transparent so that it can have a clear background. So let's find a nice chair or sofa. Hmm. They all look a little, uh, they all look a little not, well, let's see if we can find a cute one. Do you all see a cute one that I'm passing? Because these don't look cute. Let's go with, I think I seen one up here that was really nice. Let's go with this one. You can drag it or you can click on it and hit insert. Now, well, it looks like the Simpsons couch, but we're gonna go with it. So what I want to do now is I want to flip the chair horizontal and make it a little smaller, not too small. And next, you can also, I'll move this back up here. You can also change the color by right clicking and selecting format. So I want to recolor this to maybe this gray color. That looks a little better. Yeah, that looks a little better. What do you think? Nah? Okay. So, well, we're just going to go with it. TOC, don't. I'm not a designer. Okay. I'm not a home designer, but I'm trying. So we got our sofa. So let's go into inserting. What else do we need? I know classrooms. Some classrooms have sofa. Let's go into a chalkboard. What about this one or this one? Which one? You all let me know. Okay, cool. I'll go with this one. Thanks. I'm going to insert that. And since it's two, I'm just going to use the bottom one. So I will go up to the crop image and drag it down here and just use this one. Isn't that neat? So now that we have our classroom kind of layout here, let's go with inserting a title. And I want to insert and text box, and that's how that came up. So let's find a nice font, and there are so many fonts. I love it. So maybe we will go with a ultra, and we're going to change the size of it. You can put whatever, you can say hello class or whatever. You can put the lesson. And I want to change the color to white. Now you can also, I'll move this up a little. I like that the little lines show up to show me how that is lining up. Isn't that neat? I like that. So let's insert. Maybe let's get a frame. What I want to do next now is link an assignment to this slide. So we'll start with inserting an image, searching the web. Let's look for a nice frame. Here is a frame that I can use. We want to resize it to a smaller size. Now I want to insert a text box here. Make it, going to the fill button, making it white, and going ahead and inserting the assignment. I'm going to align it to the middle. And now when I right click, I'm going to hit link, paste my link, and apply. So now when a student clicks on it, it'll go straight to the classroom, to the assignment. Okay, great. So now that we've went over inserting links, making it interactive, let's go into adding a Bitmoji into our Google slide. So first you will have to download Bitmoji to your Android or your iPhone and create an account and create your Bitmoji that way. Once you have created your Bitmoji on your phone, you would then go here and create the Bitmoji extension. So when I type in bitmoji.com, it comes up and it tells you how to go and download it. You can download it. And this is how you add the extension by clicking here to your desktop. You can add it as a Gboard on your Android and iMessage on iOS. So once you've added that, you will now have the extension here at the top in your Chrome. So you would just click on it and it's going to pop up with what you designed on your phone. So I'm going to insert her into my Google slide by right clicking, copy image, and paste. That doesn't look like me, and I definitely wouldn't wear blue shoes with a red shirt, but for the sake of this video, don't know what happened to the one I created. We're just gonna roll with it. Ooh, she has a nice size head. Okay, teacher Chandra, let's get her on the sofa. Great, so now we have her on the sofa. And that's how you insert your Bitmoji into your Google Slides. Now with Google Slide, you can also do the present. I can click on her and do an animation that allows her to fade in or fly in from the right. So many different options to do an animation to. So it can go with on click or after previous. And there she flew in from the right. So that's how you can add an animation. You can also do transitions from one slide to the next. So we can do a cube to transition from one slide to the next. Which I thought that's really neat. There's so many different add-ons in Google Slide that allows you to do math, So they have the math, they have different fonts that you can use. So they have many options that you can use. And here's the math add-on if you wanted to do a problem. And I haven't used it in a while, so it may load, it may not. So while that is coming up, I'm really excited about showing you the interactive Bitmoji. I love creating them for my classroom. As you can see here, uh, with my escape room here, it's dark, but I have created one here for my escape room. So here you can do all types of math problems. You can have the calculator. You can do metrics. You can type. I really like that it pops up and you can use that and you can insert that into your Google slide. So I really think that's neat to use as well. So let's go into my final presentation of showing you the Bitmoji, the interactive. So to do that, you would have to duplicate this slide, let's say about 4 times. I have it 5. And to make my Bitmoji interactive, I'm first going to start with her maybe walking. So I have her walking into class. And then we're going to do another, see if it's another walk. So I will have to go to the next slide and make sure I'm going to delete this one. Go to the next slide. Let me delete this one off for the. So let's go to the next slide and paste. And we're going to drag her a little. And that looks about right. And we're going to go to the next slide and insert her maybe doing a run. I'm going to rotate horizontally and drag here. And now on the next slide here, I'm going to do another run. I guess I'll choose this one. And we're going to paste. I'm going to rotate to go to the right direction. I'm going to make her a little bigger. And let's see. And maybe one more. And now I'm going to insert one more. I think I might want to use this one on this one. And you could play around with it. Just right click, cut, and paste. Gonna get her a little there. Make her a little bigger. And I can crop it to make it a little bigger too, and now we have her sitting on the sofa. And I don't see one with I like the one that's sitting, not the one with the toilet, but I like the one with the coffee, but I don't see it. So for the sake of time, I don't see it there. So what I will do now, you have to add on an extension here in Google. Oh yes, and I need to let you all know, don't forget to title your slide. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. Sorry. I just looked up and I seen it. So going back to the interactive Bitmoji, you would download the Creator Studio and as an add-on in your Google slide. And so with that add-on, you're going to click on Creator Studio and create GIF. And it's going to take, you'll see working at the bottom of your screen. And it takes a few seconds. Just give it some time to work. And here it is loading. And I want to change the output. Let's try 1600 pixels with maybe 0.5 as the interval. And now you will select animated GIF and click go. Let's just give it some time to do its thing. Yes, make it great for our TOC teachers. Come on, you can do it. And we're going to, now it says completed. You can now click download file to your computer. You can also click preview to see how it looks as well. And what I like to do is go ahead and insert image from my computer, or you can also drag and drop. And now you see me trying to get to that classroom sofa. And it did add in my first slide because it's showing the entire, whatever slide you have here, it's going to show it. So you can just, if you don't want your first slide to show, you would just duplicate the slide or your first slide or duplicate where you want it to start and not have this first slide. but this is how you make an interactive Bitmoji. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it at least show you something that you didn't know. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. So I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a new channel where I'll be bringing more content as I have different experiences on the Outschool platform. I also want to share, if you're looking to work from home as a customer support agent, I am an independent business owner and I would love for you to join my team. Please email me at chandraw35@gmail.com for more information. Also, you can shop online at my Shopify store. It's nitafaye.org for different soaps, t-shirts, and accessories. Thank you.